Good morning. It's Wednesday, October 30th. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of WEX Wakeup. I'm Natasha Sweet. Former President Donald Trump claims that he's done more for Puerto Rico than any other president amidst controversy over a joke made at one of his rallies.
I moved here in 1981 from Puerto Rico, and I want you to know that Puerto Rico stands behind you, and Puerto Rico loves you.
You remember you were there when I brought the hospital ship against everyone's advice, and we got it in there and took care of a lot of people. But I think no president's done more for Puerto Rico than I have. So thank you. That's really nice of you to say. Appreciate it.
Trump made the comments during a roundtable discussion in Pennsylvania, a key swing state in the upcoming election. The remarks come after a comedian at one of Trump's rallies called Puerto Rico a, quote, floating island of garbage, sparking widespread criticism. Trump distanced himself from the joke, claiming he didn't know the comedian. In an interview, Biden responded, saying the only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. Biden then attempted damage control without issuing an actual apology. The White House issued a statement shortly after, saying Biden was only referring to the rhetoric. Vice President Kamala Harris gave a speech at a significant location in Washington, D.C. Our Amy Delora was there and has more on what she said just days ahead of the election.
Vice President Kamala Harris is giving her closing arguments here in Washington, D.C. at a rally where it's expected to have 50,000 people. Now, this is supposed to mirror when Trump spoke on January 6th. So we asked people if they hope she tones down the rhetoric and keeps that campaign of joy tonight.
She hasn't been negative at all.
It is a choice about whether we have a country rooted in freedom for every American or ruled by chaos and division.
Her negative rhetoric is nothing. She has a right to push back against people who say the things that they say about her.
We are not a vessel for the schemes of wannabe dictators.
Donald Trump has been increasing in all the battleground state polls, so we only have 1 week until election to see who takes it back to the White House. I'm Amy Delora for Washington Examiner.
Donald Trump's media company, Trump Media and Technology, has seen its stock surge by 10% as the former president takes a commanding lead in the election.
Respected people on Wall Street. He's a very brilliant guy. Of course, if he said differently, I probably wouldn't be saying this. But he said the only reason the stock market's going up is because everybody on Wall Street thinks that Trump is going to win the election. I think that's true.
Trump's DJT stock has skyrocketed nearly 250% in the last month, surpassing the valuation of Elon Musk's X. The surge in stock value coincides with Trump's extended lead in the election betting odds, where he now holds a 26.8-point average lead over Vice President Kamala Harris. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this Wednesday morning. For more stories, be sure to head on over to our website and give us a follow on social media so you can stay in the know on all that's trending in politics. Have a great day.